on that basis then, let's decide what we're going to focus on today. So I think we've got a few options. Either we can do some more dedicated focus on roundabouts, not that you necessarily have a problem with roundabouts, it's more route planning, getting into the right lanes, knowing how to select the right lane, etc., for the route that you're asked to go. Or we can have a recap on all of the parking manoeuvres. We can focus more on residential road driving, so lots of technical work, left, rights, in and out side roads, slower speeds, but lots of other vehicles to think about, pedestrians, cyclists, that type of thing. Or we can do a bit more work on dual carriageways, which is the opposite, so faster road driving. So anything out of that jumps out to you as something?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Well, of course, the other alternative is just to do a mixture of everything, really. Yeah. So should we go with that then?
Yeah.
Just do a bit of a mishmash.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not expecting necessarily to need to help you that much. I think you pretty much know what you're doing at the moment, but I'll keep a careful eye on things.
Cool.
And if there's anything that I can help you with, then obviously I'll point it out. And of course, if there's anything you're not sure about, just ask, and I'll jump in. So let's break this down into a few chunks. We've got an hour and a half, haven't we? So let's do around about 15 minutes of driving or so. Then we'll pull over somewhere, have a chat, see if we've learned anything.
Yeah.
And then we'll do another 15 minutes, same type of thing. Okay?
Cool.
Over to you when you're ready then. I'll give you plenty of notice of where we're going, and we're going to be turning left or right. So all you need to do is listen to my route directions, really. Okay, now it's a black car that's further up the road on our side. Can you come to a stop well before you get there?
Yeah.
Probably next to the telegraph pole before the car.
Yeah.
Would be good. I guess tucked in a little bit closer to the car. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do a parallel park in a moment, as long as that car stays there. But let's just have a little quick chat about the drive so far. So any thoughts from you?
Felt alright, better than last week. I felt good, just like obviously I need to remember my indications on the roundabout. But apart from that, I felt pretty good.
Cool, because I think last week, from memory, you'd come out of school, you're feeling a bit knackered, you're feeling a bit stressed out, and then that started to reflect in your driving. And one of the challenges that I gave you was, as you get into the car this week, get your driving brain switched on. So I feel that's worked.
Just like thinking everything through like a lot more, and I've slowed it down a fair bit, like slowing it down into my roundabouts a lot more.
Cool, good. I think on 3 occasions you could have gone just a little bit slower, not much, but just a little bit, because the first time was pulling out of the road right at the whatever the road is called, the one that comes out of your school, okay, and takes you out to the main road, and then you turn left up to the roundabout. There was a car that was coming from your right when you turned out. I don't think we caused them to touch their brakes because they were going quite slow.
Yeah.
But had they have been any closer, I mean even like a couple of feet closer, I think you would have been causing them to slow down to wait for you to move off. So I think on that occasion probably would have been better to just let them go and then drive out after them. Then there were a couple of roundabouts where it's great that you're looking for gaps. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic that you're looking for gaps.
Yeah.
All right, but sometimes they're just not there.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't be fearful of stopping. It's not bad driving.
Yeah.
All right. So don't worry about that. If you're not 100% confident you've got a really clear gap to go for, probably the best thing to do is to stop. Otherwise, you're running that risk, as you found out. Maybe you're nearly about to stall, or maybe you're just getting a little bit too close to a car that's passing you. Because what you need to be thinking always is, as that car's coming past me, okay, unless it's clearly past me, as I then start to pull out of the roundabout. What would happen if the car that's literally just going past me then has to brake suddenly? Because you're not looking at what they're looking at. They might be exiting a roundabout and somebody's walked across the road in front of them. Okay, and this is what's happening at the moment, or a couple of occasions. Okay, this is the car that's coming round the roundabout. Okay, and as it's got to here, you've started to join. Okay, now they have got away from you, and on that occasion it wasn't a problem. But if they were coming round and you followed them and they stopped, bang. Yeah. So you just need to give yourself a little bit of a clearance. Wait until there's a bit of a gap that's opened up, and then join afterwards. Yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, really nice, lovely, great mirror checks, nice speed control, timing of your signalling is spot on, your lane positioning is great, you're clearly thinking yourself through situations, so loads and loads and loads of really good stuff in there. Yep. Right, parallel parking then. So over to you when you're ready. I'd like you to stop alongside that Volvo that's in front and then reverse into a parking space using approximately 2 car lengths of space to reverse the car into, stopping close and parallel to the curb, please.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
On that basis, do you want to talk through anything first? Because
I'm
not giving you a mock
I'm
test.
going to say what I think I should be doing. So I'm gonna pull out, and I'm gonna like stop, pretty much like next to the Volvo, and then I'm gonna go into reverse, check all around, and I'm gonna come out and like bring it like this. Was it like a 45-degree angle to bring it past, using the back mirror? And then once you like, the lines are like, you can like straighten the lines up against the curb, and then hopefully end up similar to where I am now.
Okay, so are you planning on using anything that you can see on the camera, or not? You don't have to. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll probably use them like guidance lines as like.
Right. So what would it be? Get it into reverse for a second. Don't move the car. Just get it into so the camera comes on. Right, what are you going to be looking at? Just point it out to me on the camera.
So, like, these white lines are going to be coming out, and then obviously you've got, like, get them kind of 45 degree to the curb.
Yeah.
And then you do that, and then once they, like, you've got to straighten it up when you're, like, it's hard to explain it.
Right, that's right. Just take it out of gear for a second. Just lift your foot. Right, let me just click, because you're basically right, okay? But there are a couple of little bits, as you've explained it to me, where I think you're just getting a little bit jumbled in your thinking, okay? Which is understandable, because you haven't done it for a while, like you say. All right, so let's just give you a bit of a refresher. So I'm going to do this with my hands, okay? So this is what you said to me, is you're going to pull away, and you're going to stop next to the Volvo. Okay, now the first little bit you need to add in is just go back about halfway in a dead straight line.
Yeah.
Then put that 45-degree angle on. Then fix the angle, so get your front wheels back to straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back at an angle, but the same angle.
Oh yeah.
Then these coloured lines are going to be at an angle to the curb, and you want to stop when that green and yellow intersection touches the top edge of the curb or the driveway. Okay, depending on what you're looking at the time. Then turn. We'll do it now. Turn the steering wheel to the right. Okay, a bit more. Now, where you've got the apex of the curve there, you want that bit just missing the curb or the driveway. Okay? So, turn your wheels back straight again. So those were just the bits that you were missing.
Yeah.
Okay. How slow are you going to do it?
Like very slowly, just like 1 to 2 miles per hour.
Cool. Get for it. Over to you when you're ready. Thank you. Drive on when you're ready. We might practice that again somewhere else. But what I'm going to ask you to do next, it's going to be a bit weird.
Yeah.
This is obviously what you're going to need to do on your test as well. So I'm just going to ask you to pull over on the left, stop, and then move off again.
So I'm just going to drive and then...
I'll tell you when.
Yeah.
I'll just say along this road, can you pull over on the left when safe, please? And then it's up to you to decide where you're going to stop. And then once you have stopped, I'll just say, okay, thank you, move off again when you're ready.
Yeah.